seems like we're back. Okay. Overlay on OBS is correct? Yeah, because OBS didn't crash. I just lost the internet. So everything in OBS should be correct. Good thing is that my internet is now losing me a lot of frames. Awesome. Not just my internet DCing for a bit, it's also my internet now making me lose a bunch of frames. That's so awesome. Let's see. At the bottom I want. Okay, everything should be set. I now just have to give the new link on my Discord, I believe. Yeah, everything should be correct. Live chat, Discord. Okay. Announcement made now. I clicked on the wrong chat. This is in red. Now people are gonna have to tune into the stream again because oh boy, I love Brazilian internet. Yeah, that's so awesome. I now have my VOD split in 2 pieces too. I'm now gonna have to go through more trouble piecing together the VODs if I want to publish this later. I just love this so much. Oh yeah, one thing that I did forget about. Maybe I should be leaving my OBS window open while I do these reviews. Because I am forgetting about the camera, right? So for example, if I draw something here, you can't see what I'm drawing because it's under the camera, right? You predicted this crash? You jinxed it. Can you please give me bitrate? Why do I have 1K bitrate? Why did I lose 30% of my frames so far? Internet was so good before. Can I just stop getting fucking trolled every single time that I try to do something? Oh hey, I'm playing extremely well in ranked. Guess what? Overwatch League players are gonna be trolling on Lifeweaver and blaming their teammates. That's what's gonna happen. Or internet is gonna DC. Or you're gonna get a bunch of throwers in your games, right? Oh hey, you want to stream to your viewers, right? Do some VOD reviews, cool stuff like that, right? Very cool. You won't be able to because you're losing 30% of your frames. Internet is DCing, OBS is crashing. It's like, give me a break. How much bullshit do I have to go through? Bro, the frames keep dropping. What am I supposed to do about this? The stream quality is garbage. Stream quality is literally garbage. And I also want to wait for the people to tune back into the stream. So fucking frustrating. I also now have to refine the moment of the VOD. God, frame rate is so shit. What the fuck is this? Why is the replay viewer not working? Bro, what is so difficult about loading part of the match? It was working just fine before. Holy shit. Give me a break. Hey, we're finally back. Finally back. Okay, so let me go back over to Overwatch. Or not Overwatch, to OBS. Go here. A bitrate seems to have stabilized now. I'm pretty sure it was just the internet being like, I just restarted after this seeing funny internet go on the quality. I'm pretty sure that was just what happened. Okay, I want this and I want this. There you go. So yeah, you nanobladed, you got your kills. It wasn't ideal, but now you just have to notice that your backline is dead. You can't rotate through in the way that they were rotating. Because the problem is your castle is also dead. It's not even a 3v3, it's a 2 versus 3. Maybe you chill all in the Mercy and kill the Mercy, but it's like, I don't know. I just feel like you should have rotated over here. And the enemy team would probably rotate main, try to go back to push points. If they try to jump to get you, you just jump. And just trade jumps, right? Trade positions. And now your team resets and their team resets. And the enemy team is just gonna essentially have Major Nanoblade kind of useless. But yeah, instead you do this and now you're dead again.
Round number. Stay sharp.
I don't like this. I don't like this. There goes the replay viewer. Okay, it didn't take too long. Okay, it's very simple why I don't like this. Why are you jumping from main? Where's my pen? Here we go. So, enemy team, right? Your team. Payload. This is where the payload has to reach. You don't have to just go all the way out to kill these players. You have already forced them off. Sure, getting the kills is cool because then you force them to respawn, right? That wastes time and that's part of the objective, right? But this is gonna be something called reaching. You're going too far for these. To try to get these kills with your Winston. So what's gonna happen is, if you're lucky, you live and you go back. Or if you're really lucky, you get a kill and get out. But what ended up happening is that you just pushed in and you died. That's what happened. And now the enemy team is gonna have a better chance than pushing the payloads. Because realistically, when the payload gets to around this position right here, right, this is gonna be extremely hard for them to push. You have really good territory to hold, right? You can hold this high ground right here. You can set up divers here after you stabilize, right? But it's like you don't have to rush to do anything. Right now, you have respawn advantage coming back. So any trades are good. So if you just play safe, one problem with that is that they are gonna have ultimates, but like you haven't earned the dive essentially, right? It's not just about, oh, you play safe to mark, because doing that is not always gonna be good, because they're gonna be coming up on Nanoblade, right? And what do you have? You have this, you soon have this, and you also have this. So it's like, sure, you can do this, but they also can just clutch it up and do it, even though you have some ultimates that can be used as a way to deal with you. Also, yeah, I covered some of the arrows with my camera. But what I'm trying to show with those arrows is like, you have respawns close, right? That's what I was trying to show with that. Anyways, Sorry if I ended up drawing something below my camera and didn't notice before. Where was I? Yeah. The way that you actually go for a dive like this, or a dive like this, because those are probably your best targets, maybe the Hanzo too, but it's like, the way that you earn this is by going over here. Go inside. Or push all the way inside, and then you can rotate over to top. Or because you're Genji, you don't even have to do this loopity-loop with the stairs. You can just walk line, right? But you have to go in a position where the enemy team can see you, right? Because there's cover, right? This is inside. So the enemy team won't be able to see you, right? Because their LOS, right? It's gonna get blocked by the wall. So you have to earn the flank. Alright, you have to earn the dive by flanking, right? Or you path over here. You go below here where you can't really see on the screen and loop around and you find the Mercy. And that's how you dive her. The problem with the way that you're doing is that you're walking down main, so you can easily get poked out by the enemy team, right? Looks at you. Probably the Mercy doesn't shoot you, but the Mercy can scout you, right? So she's gonna be like, oh wait, the Genji is walking in, right? Shoot him. Right? It doesn't have to necessarily be like, oh hey, the Mercy is gonna Glock you and force you out. So just them knowing where you are does lose you some effectiveness because you don't have a surprise factor. And now you're gonna get probably poked out, lose a part of your health, and then you're also gonna be using your dash in, and the screen is getting very full right now. You're gonna get to use your dash in, so now you don't have your dash. To get out if you wanted to, right? You don't have this because you're using your dash to engage. You're probably not going to be able to disengage with deflect into this comp, right? The Winston is just going to zap you. I mean, yes, you can get packed by your break, but this feels like a scary dive to me. I feel like if I want to do this, I just flank around to get to the Ana without using dash, to get to the Mercy without using dash, and then this allows me to use the dash to get back if I fail, and if the dive goes well, I commit the dash to get the kills, right? I'm expecting, let me go back to Overwatch. I'm expecting your team to just lose this, or to have a really awkward recontest. Like, this is just a miracle that you're still alive. Now, you should not be here. Like, you need to expect them to just go for you and kill you now. You have to get out. The moment that you have dash, you dash over here. That's what you have to do. You cannot stay here. Unless you actually hit all of your shots on the Mercy and get the kill somehow. Because the enemy team just wasn't great and missed all their shots on you, so you somehow survive your bad dive. But yeah, I'm expecting you to just lose this. Unless respawns bail you out. Which is possible. You got chill picks. And no, the enemy team is just clutching it up. Yeah. You're still stalling somehow, but they're gonna cap. And I could further analyze this, but I don't really care about further analyzing this. It's like, it's what I talked about before. Understanding the map. You're playing defense. Understand the matchup. Dive versus dive. Control the power positions. Mark the enemy team so that they don't have those positions, right? To stage dives. Use those positions to stage dives yourself. You can't just try to dive from main without baiting any cooldowns, without earning it, right? You have to bait cooldowns, you have to have a trigger for the dive. You have to flank around so you're not committed, right? Because you can use your mobility cooldown to get out, right? All of those things are important. When is it gonna start? Oh.
One. Attackers incoming. Escort the payload.
Now the enemy team is playing a dive poke hybrid. Here, I would like for you to walk climb, find an angle on Ash's head, and go for the kill. This stats overlay is a scrim overlay from the workshop, I'm pretty sure. How long am I gonna scrim? I have no idea. Who wins in this range? You or Ashe? It's Ashe. Unless you get some decent poke and then you combo. But it's like, what happened before when you tried to get to the high ground, right? You got chunked by body shot, I believe. A scoped body shot with damage boost. That was basically half of your HP, right? You should not be fighting in those ranges. You should be trying to avoid her and trying to use map geometry to close the gap. Because you lose to Ashe long range and you should win close range, right? Not gonna be as simple as that, because if you just were to have walked in the flank right now and gone in 1v4, you probably don't get the kill. But you don't have to get the kill to get value, right? You can bait Anna's lip darts, Ashe TNT, Anna nade. You can bait the Winston into peeling instead of diving your backline. You can bait the Mercy into peeling, and then maybe their Genji dies because their Genji is expecting their team to help, but you're actually getting the attention of 4 players, right? That's the kind of stuff that you can do. You can also maybe wait for them to be distracted and just 1, 2, 3 headshots and dash and you get the kill, right? Not like you can't get kills in this kind of situations. It just really depends. Most likely on a flank like this, if your team can't follow up, right? And if the situation isn't perfect, you're gonna end up just annoying them, getting some good poke damage and stuff like that on them, right? And then you're just gonna be dashing back because you have saved your dash. Instead of using your dash to get in, you're now using your dash to get out. And it's like, it's not even like you're just waiting for the payload to push, because the payload has pushed so far already, right? You can wait for the payload to push in a position that allows to quickly rotate and actually do something meaningful. Right now I haven't done anything meaningful. You have just been a worse Soldier 76, a worse Ashe, stuff like that, right? Like, now you're contesting their high ground, but your Tracer is dead because she was pushing payload. And now you didn't kite in time when they tried to go back to the high ground and fight for it. You also lost your opportunity to actually go for sneaky kills on the backline because you didn't rotate. You decided to just poke for a long time, which is not what Genji is good at. Genji can poke, but it's like, there are times to poke. And I'm gonna be very honest, this doesn't feel very earned. It just feels like they misplayed very badly. This game is also gonna stagger, which is like, this isn't a game of which team is better. I'm gonna be very honest. This game is between, this game is gonna be decided on which team makes the least mistakes, right? For who wins. Or if you want to do the opposite, right? The team that makes more mistakes loses. Good outplay on the Guardian Angel. Good patience on the Guardian Angel. But let me go back and analyze the situation. Your backline is just dead. This is a panic Nanoblade. You should not have been in such a position in the first place. Where is your backline here? Your backline tried to push up, and now your backline is gonna be getting turbo dove. Yeah, that's a big nade. Very big nade by Diana. I guess it is kind of unfortunate timing, but then again, it's like, ideally you would have marked and then the Genji and the Winston couldn't do what they did, although the Winston and the Genji weren't really that dangerous considering that you had Rally available. It's more so the Ana nade. Maybe you should have looked for a Nanoblade earlier, but I don't think so. I think that this fight in specific, I could analyze further, but I don't feel like it. I feel like this is just unlucky because of the nade. And now you have unfortunately wasted your win condition. Already your main win condition, right? Your power spike on a lost fight. This is okay, because the idea behind this is top dive, right? You want to force this Winston out. This Winston overstays is welcome, right? His misplay. It's not that I'm trying to remove your merits, but it's not like you're expecting to kill, right? Your intention with this is just to force him out, so it's his mistake to instead of getting forced out, to die, right? That's his mistake. They're gonna be blading. Yeah, they nanoblade, and now your backline is dead, sort of. But yeah, these trades favor the defense. They're kind of screwed. Although it seemed like I can see it going either ways. No, never mind. The enemy team just holds this for sure. It just holds this, yep. Never mind. I got my. I thought that your team maybe would have done this, but nope, no chance. I think that I'm probably not gonna be seeing much pathing from you. Like this, you kind of don't have many options. You just have to force them out here. And this Ashe overstay is very welcome. So it's again, on all of the situations that you could have done flanks and stuff like that to caught these squishes off guard, right, to kill them, you didn't. And then they just overstayed their welcome, and then it's a massive fight, and then you just got gifted these eliminations, right? It's again, which team makes the least mistakes. And both teams are making a lot of mistakes. It's just that the enemy team seems to be making less mistakes than your team is. Ashe is on the high grounds. If the Ashe is on the high grounds, why are you contesting her? From this angle, where she's gonna be shooting at you, because she's gonna be looking main, so she's easily gonna spot you, instead of going over here and taking the quick off angle where she might not see you. If she does, she's not looking main, right? So then it's a win-win essentially, right? Unless you die for that peak, which is unlikely because your team is just gonna be able to heal you pretty easily, right? Break pack, Ana heals from long range, so it's like, no, you're just playing Genji on autopilot. That's essentially how I feel. You get your deflect forced right before the blade. Like, that's a problem. That might be a problem when you're Ana nanoing late. The good thing is that you can now use the dash to follow the coach gun. But yeah, this is the 1k. Unfortunately. Now they're gonna res. And also, even if this nanoblade succeeds, the one problem with this nanoblade is where the payload is. The payload is probably not going to be able to push all the way to cap third. So maybe you hold nanoblade, hope to win this fight without it, and save nanoblade for the harder fights, which is when the payload is extremely close to their spawn, right? Which is almost capping, and then that's where they have the most, the highest chance to just win fights, right? Because they can just send hordes and hordes of zombies to come back, stall the point, and get kills. Or you can just try to win with nanoblade and push the payload a bit, and then maybe you get some staggers, right? Maybe don't kill everyone at once, so then you can stagger someone like this Ashe or this Mercy, right? And then their retake is worse, and then you just minimize risk taking so that no one in your team dies, and it's just like they stall for time, but you guarantee essentially the cap. But yeah, nanoblading here is not ideal. Sometimes you're forced to do a non-ideal play, but you really need to be able to push it past the corner if you're gonna nanoblade here. And again, why are you dead with both cooldowns? Deflect isn't meaningful here, but you can dash back, you can take the mega, right? Your team might not be here, right? Your Ana is just respawning and your Brig is not here, but like, if they aren't here, you either wait for them instead of staggering, or you actually stagger properly. And the way that it would call staggering properly is actually trying to do something with it, right? Go for a one shot on them, try to go for a clutch, do something meaningful. Don't just stand in Winston's range doing some pretty meaningless damage against him. Pretty small chance to actually get a kill, especially when he has the support from Mercy here and Ashe shooting down main and no one is contesting here, right? This is not gonna net you anything. Even if you manage to somehow kill him, right? Because then you're gonna just dash back to the mega because you're low, and then the Mercy is just gonna res. Like, in the best case scenario, you just kill the Winston and no one dies, which is extremely unlikely.
We're outnumbered. Take caution.
Why are you main? Your role here is not to poke Winston out. Your role here is to get this Ashe out of this high ground. Who on your team can deal with this Ashe? Who? So let's see. can your Brig deal with the Ashe? Maybe if she boops the Ashe away from the high ground, but then she just coach guns back up. So obviously not your Brig, right? So no. Your Ana, maybe she can snipe, but most likely no. Tracer, she doesn't magically float so that she can contest these players. Your Tracer would have to go on an extremely long flank, right? She maybe blinks across here, then she walks, and then she goes ahead and actually takes a duo here. But it's like, there is, again, it's a 1v2 situation, it's not the best. And Tracer can have good bursts, but I feel like Tracer doesn't have the same burst as Genji, right? Winston can jump and contest Ashe, but she has Mercy Pocket. The Ashe should just be able to bully the Winston out. The Ashe can coach gun him away. So it's like, the only player that can really do something about the Ashe, like actually threaten, especially solo, is you. You're the only one that can realistically threaten with your insane burst potential, like a flank like this. Dink, 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 dash in, and then maybe you kill. If you don't kill, even if you land like 100 damage only, 120, 150, I don't really care about the specific number. Right? This Ashe is probably going to be running away, even with coach gun to run away, right? And then now you can control the high ground, you can stabilize, your Brig can pack you, and then things work from there, right? But, you know. So, you have to be the one contesting this Ashe, and you're not contesting this Ashe, you're just doing what you have been doing essentially the whole game, which is just like walk down main and autopilot. Winston dives top, Winston is the one that forces Ashe, and you overextend and dive. And you're getting some picks, but they have ultimates. You do get a good pick on the Ana. And now you're gonna overextend it. You actually live and get kills, huh? But again, they're gonna be trading and now they're just gonna win because zombie mode, right? Hordes. So now you're at least payload is closed and you have ult economy. They have no ults. So now you really want a good setup, but again, you're trying to walk down main. Huh? Replay ended. Your team was winning, and your team did trigger overtime. Why did the replay end? This feels like an error on the workshop. Because yeah, I should be able to review this fight because your team is touching, right? I'm not crazy? Yeah, your team is touching. And your team is not gonna suddenly die. I don't think your team C9, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that you win this fight and this would go further. Maybe the time was up on the stream, I don't know. But yeah, this was a really productive VOD review, I feel like. A lot of the topics here I have already talked about in previous videos, but this feels, this gives actual examples, right, of what you're doing wrong and how you can fix it instead of what usually ends up happening on videos, which is just like more theory and less actual examples, right? Although I do think I do a pretty good job of giving examples in my videos to go with the theory, right? But yeah, I think this is gonna be it for this VOD review. Let me stop the recording. There we go. Okay, this is stream 127, I believe. Let me rename the VOD. There we go. So stream 127. Right. Yeah, it's stream 127. So I marked this VOD as done. How are we doing on viewers? Yeah, well, it seems like we basically got everyone back. I think we got everyone back at this point. This was quite a long VOD review. 1 hour. I have talked so much in that VOD review. Usually, my idea for VOD reviews is to do them like a lot shorter. But this time it was quite long. I kind of want to play a bit before doing another one. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let me change this. Where is it? There we go. And now I need to swap this to my other monitor. And yeah, I need. Fuck! I knew I was gonna do this. Now I just accidentally wrecked my OBS layout a bit. Not a big deal. Just have to rearrange it real quick. This looks good. This looks good. And this looks good. Yeah, there we go. I already got it back. Okay. Full screen. There we go. And I'm gonna... Did I play a ranked match? No. You know what? Let me try playing Doomfist on high ping. Let's do it. Let me remove the overlay for this. Let me do this. I'm gonna have to remember to then turn on my... or change things back when I do the other VOD review.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Hearts down low? Did you mean low? I don't know what you meant. I was a high Regulus. Okay. Let me do this. Am I forgetting something? No, I don't have to clip or record this. Okay. I can leave my epic
Our
pen
future
open.
will be forged in conflict. Every battle
Doomfist on high latency sounds like a lot of fun. I'm not losing frames anymore, which is great. At least it doesn't seem like I'm losing frames. Hopefully internet behaves now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
face me.
Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
If I was playing on low latency, the timings for stuff like that, the punch into slam, that you have a super momentum, right? Not exactly that, but at some point I will show. This area is a little bit cramped for me to do it properly. Oh, and I'm just dead. Okay, yeah. I was thinking about my movement when I have to think about a match to play, right? Especially because I'm gonna be playing top 500 slash GM and quick play because of my MMR.
Let's put a stop to that. Fully charged.
I'm actually gonna... Oh, never mind, I'm just dead. Oh. One of my supports just left, it seems. Yeah, one of my supports just left. That makes sense.
I
That's
don't
fun.
die that easily.
Brigitte at your service.
Let me force this guy out. Brig Mercy heals, huh? Wow. Don't feel on high latency is awful. But also this composition is awful.
Certainly her mother's daughter.
I'm not gonna be getting healed, we're just getting nobled.
Wait for it.
I could have killed this Genji. Let me actually work patiently. Just poke out the Winston, force the enemies out.
The enemy is pushing their barricade. Break the earth.
I'm gonna shoot the Winston because the Winston is a much easier target to shoot. Oh my god, I was getting shot by the side from the Tracer. Yeah, I'm not gonna blame myself for this match even because of the high latency. Alright, even despite, that's the word I'm looking for, despite the high latency, because quick play, no one is actually...
Meteor strike.
No one is actually trying on my team because everyone is just leaving. Because that's what quick play players do. They die once and they leave the match. See if I can do something. Of course. Okay, please end. Please end this match already. I think that my keyboard might be a little bit too far forward. I'm gonna kill another match. And then maybe we go back to the VOD reviews. Once I have rested my voice a bit.
Our future will be forged in conflict.
Hello there.
Voice shot.
Hello.
Rocket one.
Clear out.
Taking the lead.
Devastation.
Lead lost.
Dumbfist on highlights is such a miserable experience.
Hello, death awaits. Hello there. Greetings.
Can I find a match?
Hello. Break the earth.
Did I scare you?
Power up.
Locator set.
Rocket one. Aftershock. Your services
Taking the lead.
are no longer required. Seismic slam.
Lead lost.
Wait, how did they lose him so hard?
This time we'll crush them.
And I'm losing frames again. Awesome. Thank you, internet. I love you.
Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Okay, yeah, I think I just played this match and then I go back to the VOD reviews. I just ended up talking way too much in the last review. That was essentially a free coaching session that I gave.
Not as good.
Not as good.
Rocket one.
This is what I meant.
I smell blood in
There's just super long range mobility option that you have by chaining the punch into the slam.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I was wondering if I should stay up there and get some quick poke and then slam back, but I'm pretty sure I just play anti-dive to start.
Back.
That is, if I actually hit my codons.
Wait for it. Fully charged.
I'm actually gonna punch out because I could easily die there. Like 2 ana shots and then basically died.
Let me help you with that. Behind you.
Thank you.
Okay, my entire team is dead, it seems.
Face me.
Nope. That was greedy. I wanted to contest a bit and then get out to the punch, but I didn't have a good angle for that. And yeah, my team. I was wondering if we were just gonna stop them and it was just gonna be a classic quick play experience. Oh hey, we get stomped and then we stomp, but apparently no.
Rocket punch. Devastation. Charging.
Nope. I'm playing extremely clunky, but to be fair, I haven't played them in a long time. Plus, this is high latency. But the Chu is gonna stay here.
Over here.
Isn't that up here?
Seismic shock.
Pretty sure she is. Alright. I'm dead. Really? I just randomly get trapped there, and I also end up overshooting my punch. I wanted to punch up there to use my block to get a charge punch and then get back.
Plan must evolve.
I'm just gonna punch, I don't want to take as much damage. Where's the Junkrat?
Much better. Ready for a knockout?
No, I just flew right past her. God, my Doom sucks. My Doom sucks so badly on high latency. I can definitely see myself getting good of Doom if I really wanted to, even with high latency, but it's a different kind of pain when compared to Genji. Because all of your movements, like turn punches, which is something that you do all the time, they're gonna be awful. No.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Why don't you swap spawns?
Charging.
I mean, I suck. If I was aiming properly, then yeah. But I'm playing Doomfist on 180 latency with no warm-up. Like, I'm expected to just play extremely badly. Not about the character being bad, right? Like if I went ahead and played a character I didn't know how to play, this would be much different. In fact, let me actually do something like that. Let me actually just play Winston and try to win this game.
Today.
Don't want to just be soft throwing quick play games. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get the kill on him. Get out, get out, get out. I should be alive. Winston might not be the best because of our heals. I'm actually gonna go bow. Bow should work for all of these heals. Yeah, that ult is bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engine.
We just have to avoid damage right now. Wait to die. And it's not that my aim sucks despite because I haven't warmed up, it's literally the style of aiming. Doomfist style of aiming is something that I barely ever practice. Because I don't play Doomfist basically, right? Because my tracking is fine. If I was playing Genji, I would be aiming just fine, right? My team is just feeding early for no reason. Yeah, like, this is classic quick play. We just lost 3 people in positions that we shouldn't have, and now I don't get to actually go for kills really. Because I am forced to stall points. I'm gonna have to get off soon. One more spin maybe? Yeah. No. I'm dead. I'm gonna have to touch again. And hope I get a shield. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna play a Genji quick play. I don't want to just lose on quick play over and over. I could also just go ahead and play Ram, which is something easy. But I'm not really feeling like playing this. Like, this is just boring. That's why I basically only play Genji, is because these characters are boring and I can't really play what's the fun because of latency. Like, where is the fun in this? Like, I played this character to GM1 and then I just didn't play again, right? Essentially it. What up, nooba? Also, Wizard, I don't know if you messaged me. If you did, okay, no, you didn't. I could have kept chat fed then on the stream. Okay, I'm not gonna be playing now. I'm gonna be doing VOD reviews after this. I was just resting my voice, but now I want to win a match. Aim challenge? Okay.
Taken the lead.
I have been restored. Greetings. Now do you see your error?
Hey, there you go, I found the match. Give me Gengu.
Prepare for
Gengu.
battle. Select your hero.
So many skins. More Life Weaver. I don't care that Life Weaver is getting buffed again next season. I just want to see this character deleted. I don't want to see any players using this character ever again. This character is just so stupid. The design of the character is awful, the character is currently awful. If the character gets good, it's not because the utility is gonna have improved, because Blizzard is not creative enough to do something like that. It's gonna be because they just supercharge their his stats, or you know. So yeah. Like, Life Weaver is bad to the point that the Overwatch League players struggle with him. It's actually fucking pathetic how they released such an awful character. Right? Like, you don't have to pull me, you just have to heal me. Now you don't have pull for Ryan because you pulled me. Right? That's the kind of stuff that I mean. Even if the pull can be useful, you know what else is useful? Just healing me. Giving me a single brick pack or a Zen orb. Which is something that Life Weaver can do too. Life Weaver can just heal you. and do a similar pocket, but every players would rather pull you. Most of them at least. Can I? Yeah, there you go. Soft dive. Yeah, I'm dead here. Never mind. Not dead because my life weaver is heal botting, so he already has 3. Even though every other support would also have ults at this point. I'm pretty sure they have cure code. I should be able to kill junk.
Step right up.
You know what, maybe it's not the high latency, maybe I'm simply sucking right now. Maybe I just need to warm up to actually play well. Or maybe I'm simply not in the mood to play. That can also be it. Okay, they did open the stream in the mood to VOD review, not in the mood to play. Holy. Wow, that I'm surprised that I'm alive there. It's like, do I deflect Reaper ult or do I deflect the window? This is a mess. Oh, never mind, you're low. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna chase you because you're a support character. I'm not gonna feed you energy.
Get ready for a show.
I hate that I can sledge grab the pedal. Should look for a blade soon. I thought that the Zarya was gonna use the right click to finish me off, that's why I'm deflecting, not just because I'm dumb. Gonna have breath soon. The reason I'm doing this is because then maybe, yep, they don't have the lamp for the grab. I almost killed him too, but the main idea is just no lamp for the grab. I could look for just destroying the lamp and stuff, but it's like, I'm gonna have to destroy the lamp, we're gonna have to deal with Suzu, and then they also have Cryo, they have Wraith and Bubbles. I think that's much more likely that we're gonna be able to kill them on the grab if I go for the lamp. Although, to be fair, I also kind of just wanted to engage instead of just playing the boring wait forever playstyle because of their comp.
Abominations. As the strongest woman in the world, you must see merit in pushing humanity's limits.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2.
I can't even know how long I have been live for, probably because the stream DC'd earlier. Oh, you have Farah. Awesome. You what up, Saros? I just kind of have to wait. And they have that brig. That's the Farah.
The objective is now
Awkward. The team is rotating wide, it seems. I'm just gonna take the Zango, I think. I should be fine taking the Zango. Yeah, my team is down. No, I'm playing Tracer here.
It's time to save the world. Over here.
What?
Life protects life.
Over there.
No, rip. To took the mega. To recall soon. And she's out.
Close your eyes. You make all of Reinhardt's mistakes.
If I was a Tracer main, I would be so much higher ranked.
My ultimate is charging.
Because Tracer is just so much better than Genji. I can't pulse them because... I mean, they don't have cleanse anymore, but they do have ammo. Could have looked for a pulse bomb to the side. Ah, I could have killed the map too if it was better. But yeah, that stick on the rallying break was sick. They didn't quite limp in time. Pulse is a really good rally counter as long as you're good.
Step rider.
My ultimate is charging. I'll just take the
Life protects life.
I'm actually getting chunked early. Let me take this minion and go back. Ouch. That's a support character, by the way. Love me a 600 HP support character to have the damage of a soldier 76. Like, I really love that.
Score.
Overwatch balance is just something that cannot be comprehended by even the smartest minds. It's just something out of this realm.
Maybe one day we'll go on missions in Hawaii.
Caught you staring.
Helping you out.
The air calls.
I prep all
As much as people want to say that Tracer is a hero that has a higher skill ceiling than Genji, I just can't accept that because of how shit Genji is compared to Tracer.
4.
If Genji was on a better balance state, then maybe, but even then I think that Genji has just a higher ceiling than Tracer. Tracer is just easier. Tracer's hit scan, Genji's projectile. I'm just getting forced out early now. Oh, never mind, my diva is getting chunked by a solo Reaper, and she has Matrix, and she can wait for the team to shoot.
The objective is now active.
I didn't think about the proper escape path. I could have done a lot better. Can kill Brig, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Reaper respawns. Don't feed them.
I thank you.
Oof. My recall didn't take me any places, huh? Might have to give a point here. I'm not touching. I'm waiting for cooldowns. Much better. Focus the BAP. Oh yeah, that's a balanced support character, by the way. Don't you think? Lamp shifts, then just shoot taps me. It's a balanced character. Why am I not playing that role if I'm trying to DPS people, right? Look at that, I have 7k damage, the Baptiste has 5k, as well as having a bunch of heals, right?
thought of you. Let the Kitsune got you.
Right, that is awkward. She's actually gonna chase me.
Thank you.
Back in the fight.
It has heal. So what I'm gonna do is this. And my team is getting screwed over. And I'm getting DPS by support character.
There we go.
I think that the way that I opened up this for my team is by touching point.
Take the objective.
Oh yeah, you're here. Because you're funny. I think I took enough attention. I don't want to get my codons fourth. Never mind, my team is struggling 3v versus 4, or rather 4 versus 3.
Back in the fight. I've been waiting for that.
I have to touch.
I have the objective.
Need someone else to touch. There we go. Rough.
Life protects life.
I'm close range to him. Once I recall, that's the problem.
The tree's gone.
Might have to look for a pulse here. I was about to go for the blink recall. Doomfist is gonna touch him.
Caught you standing.
Not getting a kill even though we demote the a high noon? Really? Wow, that's impressive. Should not have recalled that early. Problem is that my life will be in such a trash position that I'm not gonna get heals if I just blink to touch, blink back and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just a team gap. Like a massive team gap. I feel like I played Tracer pretty well, considering I haven't played her in ages. Okay, that's enough. That's enough fun. Oh yeah, everyone stopped watching when I was playing and not further viewing. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. I reviewed a VOD from you, or I reviewed a VOD from you. I'm gonna be skipping those VODs for the time being. Okay, so I'm gonna be skipping those two. I'm probably gonna be doing 2 VOD reviews. That's what I'm aiming for right now. What am I thinking? Yeah, I know what I'm thinking about. I need to do this. Bring this over to the other screen. And then I need to go over to Overwatch. Also, I'm losing frames again, which is so lovely. There you go. I need to do this. And then I do this. Perfect. There you go. Now I have this on my monitor and I can... Wait, not yet. I have to first do this. There we go. And now I can draw on the screen again. Perfect. My overlay is working properly. Let's see. Already copied the code. Let me do this. Overwatch, Discord. This is not Blizzard World. This is not Blizzard World. But okay. Do you play Genji? You play Genji, okay. How long do you play Genji for?
Mistakes.
Okay, you play Genji for most of the match.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in
Let's find when you stop to Genji.
Sharp this.
Let's get some even beef going. Enemies pushing. That's not good.
Okay, this is when you stop to Genji. This is bronze 4. Up. Here. 4th division. There you go. This is the overlay that I want. Let me drink some more water. Okay. Overlay is correct. I'm watching the right person. I have done everything now. So let me record this. Also, I'm losing frames again, which is lovely. Okay. Is replay settings correct? Yeah. So let's watch this. Team is dead, not too much to do. Probably want to stay safe.
I strike quickly and hold their movement.
Yeah, it seems like you had escape in mind when you went for that early poke, even though your team was dead, which is fine. Now here, it's like your poke isn't awful, but I don't like. Like, you're doing well here, but it doesn't feel like, again, you earned it. Which is what I talked about in another VOD review. Which is like, the enemy team is just kind of ignoring you here. Right? You're just kind of standing main, you're getting shot a bit, but it's like, considering the position that you are, you should be getting shot by like 4 players, and you're barely taking damage. A single life hero heal was able to outdo all their damage. While you were just slowly poking their mercy down for a kill, which is like, that shouldn't happen. Like, what I would like to see instead of just poking main a bunch is just do this. Short flank suddenly makes you go from hitting the front line to hitting the enemy back line for free, right? You have full resources to do so too. You're gonna have your cooldowns, you're gonna have your HP. And now you can use your dash to get back if things go poorly.
Okay, you got some Gotta go.
TS1. Move this barricade.
Contest the soldier.
Protects life.
Oh, that's awkward. I don't hate the idea, you just have to execute it properly. Ooh, and yeah, you should not let the mercy res ever. I think it's priority to camp the res. Like, you can just play this position. Like, yeah, you cannot be missing these shots and just letting her res. You need to account for the possibility that Mercy does something stupid like this, and then just get a second pick for her team instead of going back into a 5v5 because you couldn't camp the res, right?
Will always precede victory. We cannot let them take the robot.
Yeah, you don't want to be trading poke against characters that have better poke than you. This is nice. This is also okay, because you're just rotating to another piece of cover, just doing a little bit of pressure. That shit, because you know you're gonna get a deep reset. This is bad, you don't need it, you already won the fight. Even if you don't get those kills, it's like, you want Blade for when it gets tough, which is just capping, right? But it's not there yet, so now you don't have Blade on the important part. Those kills basically didn't matter, right? And now your Lucio is dead. You got capped because they didn't contest, so it's like, you're not winning because or capping because you made the right play. You're winning because the enemies made absurdly bad plays. And you're trading poke with a character that has better poke than you instead of closing the gap. That's okay because it's a soft dive, but then problem with such a dive there is this dive, right? Going here to contest the soldier up here is a soft dive until or if the enemy team, right? I actually should swap colors. So yeah, your team is the red team. So this is an okay dive on the soldier up here. If the enemy team is like here, but the enemy team is here, and your team is here. So when you drop off the high ground, right, and try to use this wall as cover, right? When you try to use this as cover, guess what? The players in this area are all gonna be able to look at you, and this cover is meaningless because they are not in this area where the cover actually matters, and they can't shoot in this direction, right? That's the problem. So this isn't a proper soft dive. If you had deflect, then yes, you can do this because you can dash here, drop off, and then you can use your deflect to slowly walk over here on the opening, right? That provides you cover. Or you can try to walk over to here with your team and also to this corner, right? So that is what you can do. Am I VOD reviewing viewers? Yes, but those that submitted codes on my Discord server, you're gonna have to enter a queue if you want to do so. You can find the link in the description for my Discord server. Okay, so yeah, this is why I don't like the dash on the high ground, even though it can be considered a soft dive. Not exactly in this situation that you were in, because you didn't have deflects, and if you want to do this without deflect, you need the enemy team to be here instead of here, right? How long is the queue? Depends on the amount of people there are there. You're gonna have to check there. Let me go back to the code. And also I don't like, yeah, you're engaging without cooldowns on half HP. Unless you actually hit your shots basically immediately, you're just gonna be dying there. You rely on your opponents to be bad, not on your good play to win, right? You're losing player agency, which is bad. If you get away with that play, it's not because you did that play correctly, really. It's because you took a risk that you shouldn't, and the opponents didn't capitalize on it, which is why I don't like it. I also don't like how much poking you're doing. Like, you don't win poke against these players. You want to close the gap while avoiding their LOS, and then once you're close range, that's when you win it. So you don't trade poke against characters that have better poke than you, and then wonder why you're losing, right? You actually play to your character's strength and their character's weaknesses. Use the short flank, drop on them. This can also be considered a short flank, but it's like just walking here, immediately deflecting and not continuing walking. It feels kind of pointless. You can walk out, deflect, get close to them, and then if things go poorly, then you dash back into the piece of cover, and this should be fine. You're gonna be having a lot of your team to help you and to get healed and stuff like that, so I don't know. Don't really like that. I can understand just deflecting that and getting out. But now you're trying to engage with Blade without deflects, you almost die, you get bailed out by your Life Weaver. The Blade was also clunky, and now you're dead to the bomb. Now you're coming back, and you're coming back from a flank, which is cool. But again, the opponent team is not looking at you. Why are you poking them from afar? Close the gap, play close range. That's where your character is gonna beat their characters, right? Look at what the Reaper did. The Reaper got close range, and right, Reaper close range character, Soldier hands are long range characters. He got close, and then he suddenly won, right? Because he's playing to his character's strength, while you aren't. Again, trading poke, so you're gonna be getting forced out, and they're not gonna be forced out because they're suited for poke and you aren't. Once you actually engage in close range, that's when you're gonna be doing well. Don't die to the Diva Bomb, nice. Careful, you're low HP. Can easily die. And yep, now you're forced out late, and yep, that's the loss. Very simple VOD, just you need to understand what your character is meant to do. Your character is not meant to be doing long range poking for the entirety of the game. Your character is meant to be a poke dive hybrid, right? I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah, you're gonna fix it, I believe. Let me go to the next one. This Plat 3 Havana.
Ready for battle.
3rd Division. Plat. There you go. Stop recording. What's the name?
Move the payload.
5,
Okay. Did I fix my overlay? Let's see. Yes, I did fix my overlay. Let me see. I'm gonna be recording. And I'm gonna go over here and here. There we go. Just need to. Here.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Vanna, Sombra's in, you force her out. Rihanna dies though, that's unfortunate, and you also overstay. Unfortunate. Are they gonna be trying to spawn a camp? Apparently not. Just gave up on the spawn camp. Your Kiriko dies. You did do what you should have done though, marking the Sombra. Because you couldn't really dive backland at that point, and your Hanzo is farming.
The payload progresses.
Let's see. Right now you're just kind of waiting, poking, is fine. You have to be scared of flanking against Sombra, so you can definitely understand the way that you're playing. Also, the map kind of sucks. It might feel like you're waiting a bunch and not doing anything, but that's kind of what you're forced to do. And then you just wait for stupid mistakes like that on the Genji, and then you're forced to Sombra out. The one thing though is that even though flanking can be extremely awkward in maps that flanks are hard, and are also like very rare, right? Because the map doesn't provide many of them, and also Sombra can just play to annoy you and catch you on the flanks. This is no excuse to not take small off angles or especially high ground against Reinhardt. Why is Genji getting shattered by Reinhardt when Genji can be playing this position or this position, so that the Reinhardt can't really do anything about him, right? You shouldn't really be getting shattered there. You're gonna be back. It seems like they won the fight.
Engaging enemy combatants.
60 seconds remaining.
What's the problem here? What's the problem here? Alright? Enemy team. Your team. Right? So, this is a 2 versus 5. Right? Sure, you can maybe get support from your Ana at long range. Right? Ana can help you at long range. And the Mercy maybe follows. But this right now is wrong. You haven't baited any cooldowns. No one on the enemy team is low HP, right? Like, there is no trigger for this blade. This is just I have blade. We are close to the enemy team. And I don't have patience to wait any longer. You're only gonna be getting one blade in first point if the enemy team just holds you on the first point. So you want to be making that blade as good as possible instead of rushing it because there's only 1 minute left, right? Just a massive mistake because you think that you have to rush when the worst thing that you can do is rush. Like, you need to force this Sombra out, this Genji out, and then maybe you wait for the enemy team to get forced over here, and then the payload maybe moves a tiny bit. Although the payload is already so close to the area that it caps that if you kill the enemy team, they're probably not recontesting here. The spawns on the enemy team are not close enough on these points. So yeah, just patience. You'd have to force some cooldowns out, maybe you have to force some positions out from these players, and that's about it, and then you go with the blade. Once you have a good trigger. Because yeah, you don't have much to do. Reinhardt just bullies you. Have so many cooldowns that you have to outplay. Suzu, Kiriko TP, Lamp, Bap, Regenerative Burst, and then you have to take care about your damage, right hack, and stuff like that. This fight was won by your team, not by you. And you could have definitely won that fight for your team if you were patient with the blade. Unfortunately, you choked that and you also die. I think that if you're gonna be going for such a play, you should not be expecting to get out. Look at this. What is your close piece of cover? Right? What is your closest piece of cover that is actually safe? Right? You can go right here, but this Reinhardt just chases you. This Reinhardt just chases you. And then these players come in from main. Also, you can try to run. You can't go here because the enemy team can easily just walk up, and then this piece of cover is useless. Like this is cover too, right? And then this is also cover. But it's like, if you try to go all the way over here, then the enemy team can also chase you all the way there because you don't have dash, right? You're just gonna be walking there. So you're not getting away here. So what you need to do is you need to all in on this guy, on the Zen. Kill him. That's how you get out. Because then you're gonna be able to maybe dash over here, or if the dash resets, you bait these players into chasing you a bit, and then you bamboozle them and dash over here, right? Or you go for the mega that's off screen. Like you dash like this. But yeah, you need to understand the intention of this dive, and the intention of this dive is to kill the Zen. You can't just part ways like, oh, the Zen is 1 HP, oh, I think I'm gonna be able to run because I'm missing my shots. No. Go in with the intention of killing. If you're missing shots, focus on hitting your shots, and once you kill him or once you die to him, that's it, right? You don't go in with this dive on this 1v3 situation really, because this Quinn is not really gonna be able to help. Expecting to just be able to run away because you don't have an escape path, you don't have cooldowns to get out.
Move the payload.
Never die.
This is fine. And I heard that because you ended up too close to Reinhardt. But your team carried.
60 seconds.
Considering that your team had Queen out though, you should have... Right? Considering what your team has, you should be set up over here. Or over here waiting to wall climb. Or close to here so that you can just hit the backline the moment that your Queen outs. Right now you're just autopiloting and just, oh hey, let me just group together with my team, and then guess what? You first have to walk through a Reinhardt, and this Reinhardt is gonna bully you. And if you have to dash through over here, it's again gonna be awkward. It's much better to come in from the angle and be able to help your Queen like that than just have to come in from main because you're autopiloted. This should be cap. They're gonna retouch, but it should be an extremely awkward touch.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Why? I'm not even gonna draw much here. Get it? Spellhead barrel moved. This blade is worthless. If you wipe the enemy team, you just get the payload push that you would get by little just AFKing and poking here in the corner and preventing them from walking up and contesting early. Right? That's simple. That was a reach. Somehow that works. It shouldn't have.
30 seconds remaining.
Feel like you were chasing Sombra for too long. You did hit beat her on the half back. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world for you to trade 1v1 on the Sombra, but for you to do such a trade, you have to be. You can't have chased her all the way before and then have forced her onto the Mega when your Ana was 1 HP. Your team ended up dying before you could actually really take the duel. So then it wasn't just quite a 1-for-1 trade. She already had done a lot of damage to your team, as well as take your attention.
Duplicating the
Yeah, don't teabag her and die for it. That's stupid. Teabagging is one of the stupidest things that you can do. It's not just the action and then just AFKing and maybe letting the enemy team kill you. It's also about your mental. It shows that you're not with the mind in the correct thing, which is thinking about what your role is. It's personal at this point. You're going to go for the Sombra. It doesn't matter if it is your job or not, right? Yeah, now you're dead. I just noticed that I forgot to ping the people that I was reviewing ahead of time. I'm gonna have to fix that later.
My blade is behind me here. Fall back.
You're powered up. Get in.
Blade trade, they're gonna have this little better trade.
60 seconds remaining.
My duty calls.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
I don't know, I don't think that what you did was bad. I think you just lightly failed in execution because you properly baited Kiriko TP and stuff. Just took you a long time to actually kill the Kiriko. You ended up only getting chill on that. And now you're staggering.
Gather to me.
2 minutes and a half.
My spirit grows.
Force her out, good. She was in too early.
Let's take him to the wasteland.
Marking here feels wrong. It feels like you have to try to go in with your Queen and clean up backline, not just mark the enemy team. You kind of have to go for the wipe there, in my opinion. And now you're just staggering. Probably gonna be in 1-fight territory soon.
Stop the payload.
2 minutes and a half, they're gonna be able to farm ult economy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is why you lose here. Yeah, I think that this match is gonna end up being close. Unnecessary, I believe. Your team is doing fine. This is a blade that doesn't understand exactly what is the state of the battlefield is, right? The Ramatra is kind of screwed. To be fair, your hands will just hit a headshot on the Kiriko not long ago, right? Like now, the moment that you pull it out is when you Hanzo hit the headshot. But it's like this. I don't know. When I see a situation like this and everyone on the enemy team is kind of half or low and their positions are kind of bad, I don't feel like I need to blade. If my team starts to lose, then I might blade to try to turn. But yeah, this feels like an important ultimate that now you don't have. There again, you got some picks, but your team is gonna hold.
Can't hide.
And now your team doesn't have great ults. And they have great ults. And now you're dead because you took an unnecessary risk. Now they're gonna be winning this fight pretty easily with ram ults. You need to live. You also need to set up touch, you can't just live. I think you might be the one that has to touch. Or at least you have to aid your diva, that she doesn't get hacked and farmed. Your team is contesting too early. But yeah, this is what I talked about. You didn't quite have blade in time, and they had their power spike available, and that's all because you bladed when you shouldn't. I think that the big takeaway here is honestly the blades. I'm gonna be very honest. Like I could nitpick some other things, but I feel like the big topic here is blades, right? If you just had better blades here, you would have more than easily just won this, I'm pretty sure. So yeah. Next. Yeah, I forgot to give the thumbs up, but I guess I don't have to give the thumbs up if I'm just saying the VOD, the stream VOD that the code is on, because that already tells that the VOD got reviewed, huh? Where's OBS? Yo, Kiri, weren't you going to submit a code? Or am I crazy? Let me see, is OBS just not working, or am I... or did you just not write it? Yeah, I don't see a message from you, Curie. Sure, if all I can do is quick play, little out. I mean, quick play is not the best, but it wouldn't be the worst. I wouldn't mind giving you a quick review and then ending stream. Because at this point, how long have I been live for? 1 hour and a half. My last VOD got interrupted. How long was that VOD? It was 36 minutes. Soon it's time for me to go eat something, so yeah. I think it wouldn't be the worst for you to give me just a quick play VOD for me to review. Let me be very honest. I could just review that. Because the other 2 submissions are from people that already got reviewed. One of them even got coached, the other one is waiting to get coached. I think they might have forgotten about the fact that they won a coaching raffle. So you are the only one that hasn't been reviewed yet, so you would have priority on the queue. Oh, yeah, because of the slow mode, you deleted your message instead of editing. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. I need to know what your what your in-game name is.
Ready for
Oh yeah, I also have stream questions to answer. So I can do that before ending stream. So OBS, Overwatch, there you go.
5, 4, 3,
Plat, what division Plat? Do you remember?
2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Behold my creation. Enemy in my sight.
Yeah, don't know what the fair is doing. Engaging with dash feels awkward. Thanks for the sub, Kiri. I have a feeling that you're an extremely aggressive player. What is your desperate tan? I'm competitive. Is what I wonder. This blade is gonna get you kills, but it doesn't get you extra payload push. Or it might be, but it's like very insignificant compared to what it would get if you waited a bit. The only reason why I think that this blade would be okay is if you're thinking that you're gonna have ults soon and that's why you're blading now before they have ults. But I would be assuming that they already have ults at this point. It's been 2 minutes. They have been turbo stomped, so maybe you feel like they still don't have ults, which would be the right call, but I would have assumed that they have ults. And I would probably have waited to blade later. You're egoing the visor and winning. And yeah. Essentially, I'm expecting you to just be dashing in over and over and over, and if your mechanics don't badly watch, you're just feeding. And there you have Kane spawn.
Forward spawn lost.
Nano boost administered. Justice reigns from above.
They've taken possession of the robot. I'll be right there.
It feels like sometimes it's just like quick play problems where if you were doing this type of stuff in comp it would probably not work. But at the same time, quick play doesn't excuse me not giving you a proper review, right? And I feel like your main problem is just that you don't do this type of stuff often, right? Where you use the map properly to close the gap and actually engage without being committed by using the dash to engage and having to get your mechanic to the out. Like that kind of engagement is okay if you know Dana is low, but if she's full, that kind of engagement is bad, right? Also, I'm losing frames like crazy. Awesome. Love my internet. This is fine because it's a soft dive. Okay, this is low, just marking him. And yeah, now you overextend. I don't think that you should have been pushing that far. The game you're already fed. You can wait a little bit, be more patient, and then you're gonna be able to go close range.
They have taken hold of the robot. Reality bends to my will.
My blade is
Heroes never die.
It's just like either your mechanics bail you out, or your team somehow bails you out, or you're just turbo feeding. Go take a mega, yeah.
Approaching the final destination.
Do not leave the robot.
Need some assistance?
with me.
This is okay until you dash in. You should die here. This blade makes us play a little bit more okay, but I still don't like this. I still feel like one, you don't need blade because the tracer was already dead. Maybe if they try to swing the tempo, right, they gotta pick on you, maybe you force the blade, but even then it's like, it's not a great blade setup. If you're gonna be going for the play, you probably do a dash up and something that allows you to more easily outplay Ana's cooldowns, which are gonna be the most dangerous there, right? Nade usually is not that dangerous if you can disengage, but disengage with the blade for a cooldown would be awkward, and then they also have the Winston to chase you. So you really have to dodge both of their Ana cooldowns, right? If your intention is just to hit the backline with base hits, then you have to... Alright, you don't have to, but you should be just walking up and keeping your dash for later until they were lower, or you dropped low and you had to disengage, because otherwise you either get bailed out by mechanics, your supports, or you die, right? Or you do a blade like that honestly shouldn't have worked. Like, I don't know. It's working because you are landing shots, but at the same time I feel like you're demanding a ridiculous amount of resources from your team to do so. And it's still just like only working because the enemy team is kind of allowing you to do that. If the enemy team was playing a little bit smarter, considering your aggression, or playing sturdier characters, you wouldn't be able to get these kills. You would just be turbo feeding, and your team would be starving on resources because you would be stealing all of them. It's not that your play is bad mechanically and that you can't trust your mechanics, but you have to set yourself up so that you're not just like requiring perma pocket from both your supports for it to work, you know? But yeah. I was thinking... I have a video on pathing, but it's quite old, but it's still good. I didn't really show in the replay, but you did do that sometimes, like using the map, pathing around, using a flank so that you can get close without you engaging with dash, right? You just have to explore the map geometry more. That's how I feel about it. Yeah, that would be my review. Okay. I have a few more minutes. I feel like it would have been much better to review an actual comp VOD. Because then the players, like if you were clowning on players like that on comp, then it would be, I mean, I doubt that you would be clowning on them like that. And if you were clowning on them like that with a hyper aggressive playstyle, then you probably would be sort of smurfing and you would be shooting up in rank soon, right? Because you would just be out mechanicking them at such a high level that we wouldn't be stuck on your rank unless you were making some ridiculously big mistake otherwise, or you were extremely inconsistent, right? That's how I feel about it. But yeah, comp would definitely be better because I feel like you wouldn't be getting away with the amount of stuff that you were able to get away with. Like if you were playing comp, I wouldn't be surprised if you had 10 deaths per 10 or higher. This is your most played season of Overwatch 2, yes. And it was extremely stupid. Like most of these hours are just trash hours where I'm autopiloting. Like, I definitely have a lot of clips that I can use for a bunch of videos, right? And I have a lot of good VODs to upload as videos and analyze for the How to Think Like a Top 100 Genji series and stuff like that. But like the way that I'm gathering clips oftentimes is just I have a really good day, so I get a ridiculous amount of games and clips. And other days I'm playing badly for most of it, so I'm just barely getting anything, right? It's not about quantity, it's about quality. So having the right mentality once I open the game to actually play it. Am I actually wanting to play the game, or am I playing because I feel like it's my obligation, right? That's the kind of stuff that I need to think about when I'm playing the game. So this 118 hours, they're much worse than the hours that I had in Season 3. It's like almost half. a little bit more than half, but it's like these hours are much better. They got me a much higher rank. I almost ended up season 3 as the highest rated Genji player in North America, or not on North America, on both Americas. I was like 1 game away from, because I was fighting for that spot with someone else, and they stole it from me like 3 days before season 3 ended, and then what was it? And then I was grinding for it on both accounts, because I had 2 accounts on top 500. One of them was like in top 100 too, and I was fighting on both of them. And at the end of the day, I wasn't able to steal that spot again. I had 3 games, I believe, where I was 1 game away, and then all of those 3 games, I could have played better in one, yes, but the level of carry that was expected from me to win those games was ridiculous. I just had extremely bad luck, because those 3 games were essentially games that my team was soft throwing or hard throwing. It's unfortunate, but it happens. It's not like that title of #1 highest rated Genji on Americas is worth that much, honestly. It would be cool, but it's not like it suddenly brings me 10,000 viewers, right, or something like that, and lets me do this as a career. When is my next stream? I have no idea. I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming VOD reviews again before the next season, but we'll see. It really depends, because currently my editor is extremely busy, so I'm solo editing, and I have a lot of stuff to edit, and I also have a lot of stuff that is in the middle of edits and stuff like that, so it's kind of rough on time, essentially. At least for my standard. Like, I'm trying to raise my standard, right? I'm trying to consistently upload more and more quality content and more content, but it's like I need to learn to be less harsh on myself for not meeting those unrealistic expectations, essentially. Because if I just slow down and accept that some videos will take 50 hours to make if I want to make them in the quality that they deserve to be in, right? So like my Genji counter Sombra video, that video took a long time to make. I believe it was like a week, but it was like a really good week of work, right? Like, it's an extremely good video on the matchup, like really good video, really concise, really educational, and I think it's worth all of that effort, right? I just can't expect to pump out videos of that quality every single day or something stupid like that, you know? That's essentially it. It looks good in game. Yep, I agree. That's why I bought it. It's Blizzard. You're either getting bad or horrible balance changes. There is no such thing as good balance changes. I don't think that Blizzard has ever had a single good patch on an Overwatch 2 or Overwatch in general. Could be wrong, but I wouldn't be surprised if they never had a good patch, because sometimes they have a patch where it's like, let me see pack notes. Like Wrecking Ball and Ramatra, here's this quality of life. This is good, right? And then they have something like this, which is added damage reduction on the Fortify and a little bit extra health on Reinhardt's shield, which is like, why? This is just the wrong way to change things. So it's like, even on patches where it feels like they're doing something okay, they manage to just somehow make it extremely bad because of how awful their balancing is. They just don't understand their game. It feels like you're spinning the wheel with ideas of a different developer, right? It's not like it's Overwatch developers. It's like it's developers of Apex Legends or something like that are balancing this, because they have no clue what they're doing. I've never seen more clueless devs in my life, I'm pretty sure. Like, it legitimately feels like these devs have never played the game, or don't have play testing, which would be insane to think for such a big company, but it really feels like that for the balance changes that they push out. Because it doesn't matter the type of perspective that you try to look at it, as far as logic goes, you can't really find the logic behind the balance changes that they do. There is no consistency. It just feels random. At least that's my take on it. Yeah. Let me see. Stream questions. question on Midtown attack, I could answer, but I feel like, I mean, this question, it's kind of like Midtown first is just kind of awkward. There just isn't much to do. Like you can try to path all the way left and take a really long path, but it's like players usually won't do it, and even if they do, it's gonna be awkward. Most of the time we're just taking the Tingel's fights, waiting for ultimates and stuff like that to break to Midtown. I wanna do this, I wanna tackle this topic on my Midtown map guide for Genji, but I have been procrastinating those for a while now, so yeah. I need to get back on making those. Best against counters for Blade. This question would take a while to answer, and I don't really have time right now. And yeah, that's about it, because there are a lot of messages in this chat, but there isn't really anything. There aren't really many questions here in this chat, because a lot of it is just other people talking, and this was kind of meant just for me to answer, and that's it, right? Instead of having discussion, because if we're gonna discuss, then it should be done on other chats essentially. Maybe I should rename that chat or something on my Discord. Actually, I think that's gonna be it for this stream. Let me fix my overlay for later. 500. And bring this to the middle. Yeah, here. I also need to do, where is it? Here. Yeah, there you go. So that I can swap Overwatch for monitors. Yep, there you go. Full screen, and now let me close this. Okay, this is gonna be it for this stream. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be seeing you all in the next time. Bye bye.